Okay, so a little help if you're doing the AC condenser on one of these Denali 1500 Silverado pickups. Yeah, that clip right there, it goes on there. That line that comes off the top of the AC condenser is a transmission cooler line, and that little black cap comes off and then has those clips on there. You can just unscrew it if you want. Just unscrew it and screw it in, but you have the O-ring there, and then there's an O-ring inside of there too. So if you decide to unscrew it, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult, just because you have to get that O-ring for the inside. Actually, if you just unscrew it, then you don't have to. Never mind. And then another thing that I did on this one is I removed that battery tray. I believe that's the airbox tray. The tray that the airbox sits on. I just removed it so that I could get to the connection down here easier, because it was just a pain in the butt trying to work around it. And it's only there's 5 bolts on the tray. I'll show you. So that's the part that goes up towards the headlights, and the middle bolt, you remove that and then you can pick it up. But I ended up pulling the bottom one out too, because I didn't have enough room to swing it to get it out. And then you got 2 bolts up here that hold the that coolant reservoir, and the other bolt is actually holding it. And then you got the 4 bolts on the tray that holds the airbox. But it wasn't that hard to take that out, but it made it so much easier to hook that up and be able to see what I was doing, because I don't want this thing to leak. And I ended up going and replacing the gaskets that go in there. There's 2 of them. That's the part number for 1, and this is the other one. And those are the O-rings that go on the AC condenser. I figured I'd replace them since I had this thing apart already, so that go on there. So I just figured replace them. I got it apart, replace them. So they were about $22 a piece, but I think it's worth it, because when you think about Freon and what Freon's costing per pound, like $32 a pound? Yeah. Why not? Why not? You know? So, and then I'm using just a gear wrench for these 6 bolts that are that's holding this on. It makes it a little bit easier. And I thought that I was going to pull out the windshield washer bottle, but I didn't feel like going all up under there and dealing with all that. So I just bent it out the way a little bit to get that one that's under there. And then I got those 2, the other 2, so there's 3 of them that hold it on. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Take a little bit of stuff off to make things a lot easier. I didn't need to take that out because I took it out because I thought I was going to take this out. But once I got in there, it was like, there's more stuff, so I left it. But, yep, that helps. Hopefully it helps. Well, guys, have a good day. Keep rolling, baby. Keep rolling.